It seems like just yesterday I was talking about this topic, and the topic in question is that bombshell interview that Piers Morgan gave to Jaguar Wright on his show. Now, his show is titled Uncensored, and let me tell you, Jaguar Wright got on that show and she truly was uncensored. But just like I speculated, there would be fallout from platforming Ms. Wright, knowing that Ms. Wright potentially has mental health issues. Now, this was not the reason that Piers Morgan has given for now issuing an unprecedented apology to Jay-Z and Beyoncé, but we can only guess that that has a little tiny bit to do with it. That he put her on his show and had no way of vetting the information that she was giving him. So, anywho, Piers Morgan has issued an apology to Jay-Z and Beyonce, but beyond that, even he has removed 2 minutes of footage from that interview in which Jaguar was talking about them. So let's take a look at his statement, shall we? Now, multiple outlets are reporting this. You can also look under Morgan's YouTube channel. I can't include clips from his show because copyright, but I will read off his statement to you. Piers Morgan, this is according to Mediaite. Piers Morgan offered an apology to Jay-Z and Beyoncé during Tuesday's edition of Piers Morgan Uncensored after a guest made a wild claim about the power couple. Now, Morgan revealed his show heard from their lawyers after singer Jaguar Wright made a baseless claim about the two. Wright was discussing Sean Diddy Combs, who was charged with sex trafficking and other crimes in federal court last month. For 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters, Wright said on Uncensored. She further alleged that Jay-Z and Beyoncé had hundreds of victims. On Tuesday, Morgan addressed her remarks in a brief monologue. He said,
"Well, last week, I interviewed Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who's made claims about Diddy for years. Those claims will receive a lot of attention in the media across many platforms for many years. And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine." Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyoncé during that interview. As I said, in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves. But now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis.
and even though Piers Morgan has issued this public apology, because you got to apologize just as loud as you disrespected this couple. And again, I'm not saying that they are innocent of anything. I'm saying that if you had not seen proof, if nothing had been substantiated as being fact, you took a huge risk putting Jaguar Wright on your show to say these inflammatory things and not expect any backlash. And that's the part that I'm not understanding. Did he think that he would not receive any pushback from Jay-Z and Beyonce and their legal team? It's hard for me to even imagine that Piers Morgan and his team did not anticipate hearing from the attorneys of Beyonce and Jay-Z. I refuse to accept that. So then I have to assume that he would put out this retraction, that he would edit his show, but he already got what he wanted, which is he wanted this unhinged person on his show to make a mockery of not only the Diddy situation, but Beyonce and Jay Z and any other celebrity that she mentioned in her ranting. And I think, again, I still believe that he got what he wanted, and it was hugely irresponsible of Piers Morgan to have Jaguar Wright on his show, period. And just as a little bonus, since I got you here, I did see that Sean Combs's mother also released a statement in defense of her son, and people are kind of up in arms about the fact that she put out this statement through her attorney defending her son. But my question is, as a mother, what the hell else was she supposed to do? She's not going to say, oh, yeah, y'all, I raised a motherfucking monster. So, yeah, he's effed up. No, she refuses to believe that the kid that she raised could turn into a person who would be capable of doing the things that he has been alleged to have done. And let's be honest, we've only really got true to life proof of the one thing, which is being a liar and attacking Cassie at that hotel. And she addresses that in her statement. I'm going to put the statement here while I'm talking, but if you guys want to go over the statement line by line, let's talk about it, discuss it even in depth, please let me know down in the comments because we can do that. But I'm looking at this as a mother who loves her son, and she's going to say whatever is necessary to say in order to defend his honor, because no mother is going to want to believe that the child that they raised could be this depraved. You look at serial killers, true to life monsters. They've been found guilty in the court of law, and their parents will still not stand by what they did, but stand by the person that they knew before this situation happened. Jeffrey Dahmer being an example. You know, his mother was deceased, but his father didn't look at him like, oh, and he's just trash now. Even the worst people among us have someone who loves them. And Janice Combs loves her son. I empathize with Janice Combs because I am a mother. And I know that if I were to find out that my son did something horrible, it would be hard for me to separate horrible from my son. You get what I'm saying? So we got to give her a little grace, at least in my opinion. We need to give her a little grace because this is not just some stranger and this is just not gossip on the internet for her. This is her child. And probably 9 times out of 10, the person who is taking care of her at this point. You know, she feels like she raised him and now he's taking care of her at this point. And she has a number of ways that she has to look at this. So give Janice Combs grace, y'all. That's her son. And yes, we can have the opinions that we have, but at the end of the day, even if all of this stuff turns out to be true about Sean Combs, that's still her child. And those children of his, though, that's still their dad. We have to give them some grace. And finally, tomorrow, 2020 is going to be doing an hour-long special about the Diddy scandal. And, you know, right now, this is just basically going over a lot of the information that we have already, but it is also going to include some interviews with, I believe, Ray J and one of Cassie Ventura's friends. So there will be some different information in that 2020 special report tomorrow evening. So tomorrow evening is Wednesday, October 9th. So October 10th is probably when I'm going to watch it. Maybe by the weekend, I will have an opinion or something that I can add to the conversation. But I was just going to make sure that everyone knew that that was coming on. I hope that made sense to y'all. But anywho, I just wanted to jump in and drop that little bit of news for you because it happened so quickly after me talking about it on Monday's weekly wrap up. You see how quickly the response was from Jay-Z and Beyonce's team. If you guys have anything you'd like to add, comments, questions, or anything else, drop those down in the comments below. I'm dying to hear from you. Also, while you're at it, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you will not miss an upload. Again, I'm Tasha Pierce. I am the host of this here channel where common sense meets pop culture because you deserve so much more than tea. and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.